One of my most popular videos on this channel is me diving into the weird world of TikTok's strangest alpha male, Jeffrey Beatty.
Is somebody picking on this one?
Yes, Broski.
Because if you guys continue to pick on this little one, I will pick back. So I suggest you shut the f up. You make me laugh.
And since making that video, I've learned a lot more about the guy, and I think I might make a follow-up video on him in the future. But the man we're talking about today outdoes Jeffrey in almost every single way. He goes by the name of Bungee Mark, and he has an incredible cult following on TikTok. If you search the hashtag Bungee Mark, it comes up with 38 million views. He has an incredible amount of fan accounts made for him. As we can see, Bungee fan page, Bungee Mark fan, Blowfly exposed, Bungee Mark clips, hypercoaster.com. So many people on TikTok will take clips from his live streams and post them, and it's so hard to even find out where to begin because there really is no right spot to begin. I've been trying to research this guy and I still feel like I don't know anything about him, but I wanted to share the clips of him with you guys, so hopefully we can learn about him together and find out just who Bungee Mark really is.
How much water has Bungee drank in the last 10 years? I'd be lucky to drink a bucket. And how much food have you eaten in the last 10 years? I'd be lucky to have a half a bucket. And how much iced coffee have you drank in 10 years? Pretty close to 10,000 litres. Easy.
What? My guy! My guy! That's way too much. The math here isn't really adding up. He is one of the girlies. He really is. As long as he gets his Starbucks in the morning and he has his vape by his side. Actually, in his case, it would definitely be cigarettes, as we see from this video.
I'll be still smoking to the day I die. And I know I will. And you know, I went to the doctor and they said that you got lung cancer and you got 6 weeks to live. Well, I'm not going to hospital. I'm going home. And I'm dropping by the shop to buy a packet of smokes. I'm going to still be smoking me cigarettes if I've got lung cancer. I don't give a shit. I love me cigarettes. You're not taking them from me. You take my cigarettes from me, I'll be your worst bloody nightmare.
What can I say? He's a man that sticks to his guns, and I respect that. Because I mean, really, at that point, what are you going to do anyway? You already have lung cancer. You have 6 weeks to live. Might as well just speed up the process. It's coming. Might as well come quicker. Come quicker. Quicker, I hardly know her. Now, we all know that he likes his iced coffee. We've established that. But did you know that there's something bigger here going on? Well, he explains it to us in this 4-minute video of him explaining how plastic has memory. Yeah.
Did you know that plastic has its own memory? Even though plastic doesn't have a brain, but for some reason it's quite intelligent, that it has its own memory. Do you know how I can prove to that how it has its own memory?
Okay, I'm gonna save you the trouble of watching the rest of that because it is, as I said, over 4 minutes long. Basically, Bungee explains that plastic has a memory without having a brain because if he blows into it, it will go back to its former shape. So he's saying that it remembers what its previous shape was, so even after he crushes it and blows back into it, it goes back to that shape.
What the hell?
See, it got its own memory and it doesn't even have a brain.
A lot of times I like to come up with jokes, commentary in these videos, but I don't have anything to say about that. Like, it's interesting. It is definitely interesting. And I feel like if I was on mushrooms, that would probably blow my mind. I'm not on mushrooms, so to me that just sounds really dumb. But if I was, he'd be spitting.
You know, when I start feeling weak and I need some iron, well, I come down to over here.
Mark,
I just go like that. See, the dirt?
I see it. You build an immune system. This man has to have some sort of intelligence that the rest of us humans just don't have. I feel like he's unlocked a part of himself that the rest of us still have hidden and tucked away. He's just accessed so much of his own potential that we can't even comprehend it. Would I ever think about going to the side of the road and licking up some dirt to build my immune system? No, I wouldn't, frankly. And you probably wouldn't either. But you know why? Because we are not Bungee Mark. That is why. You don't build up immunity from eating dirt or grass. Oh, really? You think so? You think so? Really? You sure about that? Yeah, because Mark says otherwise. Listen, Mark may smoke cigarettes, okay? They might not be good for you, but he is counteracting that with eating dirt. He said before, he's had probably like a bucket of food in his entire life. The rest of it is iced coffee, and you guessed it, soil. Now, not only does Mark have incredible knowledge on how the human immune system works, but he's also somewhat of a scientist.
The moon can pull the tides on the oceans, but the moon can't pull the tides in your cup of coffee or your swimming pool or your local lake. It only affects the ocean. And the gravity, it holds that weight of all that ocean to the globe, but it seems to not affect the helium balloons and that light cloud like a feather that floats in the sky. It doesn't affect them.
Now, to you, what he might have just said sounded crazy because you are a slave to the system. You're just listening to everything that people tell you. What? So you're telling me that the earth is round? Okay, you're telling me that the earth is a sphere, but I'm standing on 2 feet. Like, I'm standing, like it's flat where I'm standing. I'm standing on flat surface. This is no circle. This is flat. Now, what I just said to you might have sounded crazy, but that's also exactly what Mark believes.
To see, there is no curvage, okay? If you seriously think that water can stick to a ball spinning 66,000 miles an hour in space around the sun at 500 million miles an hour in space of the galaxy of the Big Bang, you seriously got to go and see a doctor. Because water finds its own level on a flat surface, not a ball. Start educating yourself and start asking the questions, please.
Okay, Mark, I will. I'm sorry. I'm a sheep to my masters. My masters being people that study this sort of thing, and I shouldn't be. I can acknowledge my shortcomings. I should be more like you and see it for myself. I just know that this man has got some crazy Zaza. He got that special Zaza. I guarantee, if you're lighting up with Mark, you're about to fly to the moon and back. That is if the moon is even real. Now, even though Mark is a scientist and he's really smart, what do you think his IQ is? Well, he tells us in this video.
My IQ? Well, I went for my eye test to do, because I have a commercial license to drive semi-trailers and that, and I had to do a puffer, and I had to push a button every time I saw a red light and everything, and I passed perfect, 17 in the left and 17 in the right, perfect from my IQ.
You heard it here first, boys. His IQ is 17 in the left and 17 in the right. Now, if your IQ is any better than that, let me know down below, because I have a feeling you're probably lying if it's any better than that.
And my photo of my x-ray of my lung with a devil carrying a 3-finger fork over his shoulder. And I will show the photo of the sun that's looking like the devil, exactly identical to my lung. I'm connected to the aliens because I have alien structural carvings that's been carved from smoking for over all these years. I have an alien grey head with big black cockroach eyes like that, with a vortex that I breathe out of my oxygen on the back of my lung. And then down the bottom of that alien is a devil carrying a 3-finger fork, identical to that.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why it is that this is the video that did it for me, but holy shit, dude, what are you saying? What are you saying? Your lungs have aliens in them? There's a devil in your lungs? You're gonna show us a pic? Where's the pic? Where's the pic?
I'll put them photos up on my Facebook to show you.
They're up on his Facebook. They're up on his Facebook. Okay. Listen, we've established that Mark is crazy. He's a little cuckoo. But I'll be damned if I don't agree with him on the police.
Tried to take the police to court and they said you can't. So I said, well, go and play with yourself sideways then. I said, yous are nothing but drug dealers that run a drug cartel and you rape children from the throne, you filthy dogs. Come and get us now, you filthy blowflies.
A-cab all the way, baby.
Well, when you hear from NASA, you tell them I want my $10 quadrillion for that rock that I found that exploded.
I don't know why that got me like it did. Can we hear the $10 quadrillion again?
That I found that exploded, the asteroid. They said they'd pay any astronomer $10 quadrillion.
Qualendrillin? He's just making up numbers at this point. He's living in his own reality. He's created his own science. He's created his own human immune system. He's now created his own math. What can this man not do?
And NASA said, whoever can find our rock will pay you $10 quadrillion for any amateur astronomer that can find this rock. We'll pay you $10 quadrillion. So I got on my telescope and I started searching for it. And I found it. It's a match. And NASA hijacked my video and deleted it after 4 years when it was on my YouTube channel.
And that video got me curious. He has a YouTube channel? They took down his YouTube video. NASA really did that? Fuck you, NASA. Trying to hide the truth? Yeah, we see what you're doing. So I went to his YouTube channel, took a little gander at it, and almost all of his videos are stuff like this.
I've seen inside the sun, and I've matched everything up. Identical. That I should not see inside the sun. I should only see fire only, but I'm seeing Planet X, Wormwood, the Death Star, Nibiru, the planet with the hole in it.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're just going to, yeah, click off of that. Okay, maybe Mark isn't the guy that I thought he was. Now you might be like, well, Max, it was just one YouTube video. He might have just put it in there. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was putting up there. But I think that there might be a little bit more to this man. And I think I just found out why he's not allowed to be around his kids.
My daughter was 13 years old. She had tits like an adult, like she was heading for a night.
And my daughter needs to start growing some boobs and start talking to her father. And if my sons want to play games, I'll just turn up to the school in person. Simple as that. Still looking for me daughter. Does anyone know my daughter? And if she tries to run to the police and try to put false charges on me, I'm going to have her charged. So I don't care who she is. She wants to start respecting her father. And also looking for my two sons. And does anyone know them? And if they do, let them know that their dad's in town and I come in peace.
So if anyone know my children out there, tell them to give me a call and unblock me from Facebook.
I'm going to censor the names of the children just for the sake of their privacy, because I feel like having a father that does this is probably pretty embarrassing and is not something that you want to be around. Obviously, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I'm sure we don't know and we'll never know. But talking about your kids in this way on live streams, whether they're 24 or not, I feel like it's incredibly disrespectful and pretty disgusting. It's not a cool thing that a dad would do. And also just the way that the stepfather acted.
She stopped me from paying maintenance, thank you, because she rang child support and said, don't want no more collection.
Because you fucking threatened to kill him. Go anywhere near my house, my kids, not your kids, my fucking kids.
Your kids, are they?
Yeah, for the last 4 years.
As the comments say, not their stepfather, he's the father that stepped up. You might be the father, but you're not the dad. And it just makes me feel a little bit bad about this. I'm sad for the family, and I'm a little bit disappointed in this guy for possibly being a Nazi and also just being a dick father. I do find it funny that at the beginning of the encounter, he is accusing this man of brainwashing his ex.
You're the one that's brainwashed Kim against me.
No, she's got her own brain.
No, she hasn't got her own brain because you used your brain to brainwash her.
And the stepfather's like, no, I didn't brainwash her. Like, she's her own person. She can think for herself. And Mark's like, actually, she can't. Actually, she doesn't have a brain. She's actually dumb. She doesn't have a brain because you brainwashed her. That's what brainwashing means. Brainwashing means when you take the brain of someone else away.
And I'll be hunting down my children, and I don't care if you try to do me for stalking, because I'm allowed to stalk my own children, especially when your own children disrespect their father that gave them life.
Yeah, that's not it, Chief. That's not it. That's not it. I hate that mentality that, oh, I gave you life, which in turn means that you owe me something. I didn't ask you to have sex, bro. That wasn't on me. That was on you. I don't owe you shit. Be a kind, loving person, and I'll want to owe you. And if this is the way that you justify stalking people, I can see why they wouldn't want to be around you. I was originally going to end this video by saying that we should have more compassion towards people like Bungee, because I assumed that Bungee was homeless from him sleeping on benches and just the vibe that I get. And I was going to mention how we shouldn't be so quick to judge people based off their circumstances. Instead, maybe we should try to help these people get out of these circumstances. But I have now realized that Bungee is kind of a dick and that he most likely put himself into this position. Seeing how he talks about his family and the people around him, it's not too cool. And hey, there's always more behind the scenes that we don't know. Maybe there's something that would turn this whole thing around and it would actually make his family the bad guys, but he's actually the good guy. But from what I'm seeing and the way that he's acting and portraying himself, it's not really coming across that way. So instead, I would like to encourage you all to just be more compassionate and considerate to your own family members. If you have kids, maybe don't stalk them. Maybe don't publicly harass them to the point where they probably have to hide who they are a lot of times. It's pretty sad. It's just annoying that whenever I make these videos, even if it's on someone that I think we can just have a little bit of fun with, you know, we can just have a little goof because he's being a little goofy. But then by the end, I find out that they're just not good people. I just want to have a good time. I want to have a good laugh. So if you made it to the end of this video and you also just want to have a good time, you could watch my last video where we actually did do that. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one when I fly straight to the moon to prove that the Earth is actually flat.
My tummy's not any bigger than probably a cigarette packet. Fuck off, it's not even fucking loud. Get off me TikTok and then you may not hear me fucking sing.
Get something. Hang on, Siri, I gotta find me car for goodness sakes.
Looks like Dobby from Harry Potter. Who's Dobby? I've had 2 head jobs in a few days. Obviously it's my lucky week this week, isn't it? You should have saw her face. Your face dropped like, no. End of fucking story.